we set?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Hello, this is Awesome Sauce Radio. I am your host, Blind Adam. I'm here at the AVNs. I am here with Blake Blossom. How are you, Blake?
I'm doing good right now. My feet are throbbing a little bit,
Yeah.
but other than that,
How's the AVNs going for you so far?
it's good. It's good. I'm dressed as a pink cowboy today, so I got on my pink assless chaps, and I have on. I got a little pink and white bra set on, and a little white cowboy hat with some rhinestones on it, so it's nice and sparkly.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, are you up for any awards this year?
Yes, I am. I'm up for a couple big ones. So I'm up for Best Female Performer of the Year.
Nice.
Amazing to be nominated for that. I'm up also for like Best VR Scene, Best POV Scene, Best Boy Girl Scene,
Nice.
Most Outrageous Scene, Best Featurette.
What's
There's
the
a
most
couple
outrageous scene for you?
I think it was the Reality Kings one,
Oh,
but I'm
okay.
not sure. I don't remember.
I
which one.
can
I'll
see
have
that
to
being.
check.
I can see that being up there for that.
Yeah,
that
I'll
was a
have
good
to
scene.
double check, but.
What's the fan experience has been like at here this week for people who've never been here before?
It's a lot. There's a lot of people here. It's very overwhelming. Like, imagine going to a baseball game and you get up to go get like a hot dog or something, and there's all these people in the hallway, and you're like, ugh, I just need to get my hot dog. Like, get out of my fucking way. But that's kind of how it is here. But people are drinking. $18 for a beer, by the way. Woo-hoo! But other than that, I mean, I think everyone's just super horny, but also very nervous. There's a lot of nervous energy, so.
Okay, so that's probably why I pick that vibe up every so often.
Yeah.
I can read a compensation for the blindness factors. I can feel energy and aura sometimes, and just like, there's a nice vibe to the crowd in here this year.
Yeah.
Since this is the first one back.
Yeah, for sure. I think there's like a lot of people who are just like staying at the hotel who are just like interested in like wanting to come see. So that's what's also really cool. Is it's like people who are really big fans, people who knew about it and then came, and then there's people who just showed up and then they're like, oh my god, there's a convention today, let's go.
Nice. So, of course, anyone who watches this show knows your name. And I'm sure the website that I refer is sick of me talking about it as well at this point. But you were also the first live-action Spider-Gwen.
Yes, yes I was.
What was that experience like?
Honestly, it was fucking hell, Adam. It was actually like really crazy because when they first like wanted me to be Spider-Gwen, they said, okay, we have a role for you. It's top secret. You cannot tell anybody. And I was like, okay, I won't tell anyone. Tell me what it is. Like, what do I need to do? And so then I get sent like a paragraph, and I have to do kind of like a dry monologue and just like say how I would say it to the camera. And then like the next day they told me, oh my god, you got it. And I was like, oh shit, like wow, like I had no idea like it was that much work. Because they just said read this paragraph. They weren't saying this is gonna be like multiple days of, filming and different things, because there's 4 scenes on the DVD. So
Yes.
mine is only 1 day, but that suit was rough.
Yes, and I actually showed your scene without the sex in it on my podcast 2 weeks ago.
Really?
Yes,
Wonderful.
because I was trying to prove a point to a friend of mine who was saying there's no good comic book movies in Hollywood left. And whenever you heard that, after twisting all this upload stuff from the Axel library, and I'm like, this is perfect. They were just like, I'm like, I didn't tell them exactly it was a porn parody until after they showed them the clip.
Yeah.
Of course, I gave you the shout out, which the podcast is known for at this point. I think I showed the AVN cover that you're on because I was asking where I can buy a copy of it.
Well, I have the prints. That one?
Yeah.
Yeah. I gave you one, right? Did I not give you one?
You might have. I would have to recheck the
Well,
office.
if not, I know where you're gonna be. You're here tomorrow, yeah?
I'm here to Saturday, actually.
That's what I thought. Okay, well,
I'm here all week,
good.
and
Maybe I'll give you a couple
like I said,
in case you lose one. I don't know.
but and then of course I showed him the scene with you and Xander, which was, just dialogue-wise, felt like the comics. And they saw the costume. They're like, Hollywood would never get that costume that accurate.
Yeah,
And they were just like, they were blown away. And I was like, by the way, this is Spidey Pool XXX. This is a porn parody.
Yeah, and there was like, it's funny because like when they were writing it, I thought it was like supposed to be like really serious. So when like there's a specific line when Peter in my scene goes, "Holy melons, Batman!"
Yep.
And I was like, "What the fuck is that? Like, why would you say Batman in here? Like, that doesn't make sense." Like, I was just like so confused, and he's like, "No, you don't get it. You're not like part of the comic book world. Like, you don't get it." So.
Yeah, so I guess that was what my next question was. Before Axel's movie, you don't strike me as the person that would have been in the comics for some reason.
What do you mean?
Like, I don't see you going into a comic book store.
No, me personally, no, probably not. I don't know, unless it was like a special one with like.
Yeah.
I would want I definitely would want a Spider-Gwen one now, but.
I'll hook you up the next time I see you.
Yeah, any Gwen Stacy stuff. So.
Cool. So I know you're a big horror fan.
Yes.
If you can make any horror porn parody, what would it be?
Ooh, see, it's hard when you blend sex and blood together. It's not people
That's
don't
true.
really like both at the same time, and if you do like that at the same time, some people kind of label you as weird. But if it was like implied killing, because I mean, I in my Christmas movie that I released, I killed someone in that movie
I only saw
right
clips of that so
after I
far.
fucked him.
I wasn't able to watch clips of it. I was doing babysitting Uncle Adam duties for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So, I just even couldn't say the word damn without being reminded that there's a 3-year-old who repeats every word you say.
Yeah.
Oops, thanks for the reminder. Forgot for a minute.
I don't know. What do you think? What award are you excited to see? Like, who do you like?
I am a huge Freddy fan.
Really?
Yeah. Be honest, I would. There's one movie out of all movies that I would love to make a porn parody of. You ever see Scent of a Woman with Al Pacino?
What is it?
Scent of a Woman with Al Pacino?
Scent of a Woman?
Yeah, he plays a blind person who's being helped through helping a kid through a military probe. And it just shows all the different ways of,
I like that.
It's a classic movie. It's really awesome.
I'm gonna have to watch that. Scent of a Woman.
Let's see. This is the part of the interview where I just want to pick your brain for a second.
Mm-hmm.
As for someone I now have 3 scenes under my belt, I just rebuilt the mini-vids page from scratch. Do you need to be physically living on the West Coast to really be in the industry?
Well, I guess it depends on like what, because like being in the industry, like you can be anywhere. Like to be like labeled like, are you actively working like in porn?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I would say it's much easier to like live that lifestyle and be considered that more if you're in LA because it's much more accepted. Whereas like someone in Minnesota,
Yeah.
in like small town, and they're like,
yeah.
I'm making pornos out in the fucking forest. They can live
Yeah,
alone.
exactly. I'm at this conflict where I'd love to come out to the West Coast, but I'm so spoiled by New York City transportation.
Really.
And
LA, you know what? LA is good if you can tolerate just a lot of the woke shit that's going on right now. Like if you can happily be around people that have colored hair and go by whatever pronouns they want and can totally do that. LA is the place for you.
I
but
guess
there's-
I can do that for a couple hours out of the day and then go
Yeah.
into my little nerd cave and forget the world.
yeah, but LA's not for people who are used to like a conservative, traditional
No.
upbringing, very religious. Probably in LA, you're gonna be like, what the fuck is Reiki?
Yeah.
You know? Whereas if you're in LA, everyone knows what Reiki is. So.
Like I said, in New York you have everything too, so I'm just really.
Yeah, but they have,
not
everything's like so close, so you could probably have like everything delivered to you pretty quick, huh?
Yeah, so I guess I'll just stick with the traveling for now. Do you have any advice for newcomers?
No, I don't know nowadays. I don't. You know what? Like I had been helpful to so many people for so long, Adam, but it's not returned.
Yeah, I hear you, and then sometimes you just like because my day job is the comic book industry, and I'm now splitting my time between making porn and being in comics.
Yeah.
And I see a lot of similarities with people just breaking into the industry where you give people advice and then they either don't follow it, or it's just like, hey, when it comes time, can you do me this one solid?
Yeah, and it's like, whatever, honestly, like, I don't care at this point. Good for everyone who has the fucking drive to do it, because honestly, I'm not gonna sit here and, like, tell you how to do all this shit if you don't care. Like, why am I gonna waste my time? I jumped off into the deep end, right? So if you're just, like, slowly getting in, like, what do I do? That's not the way to do it. You gotta jump in.
Well, actually, we had this conversation earlier. Look how I've been jumping in. It's just like, yeah, these are the girls that want to kick me in the balls.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was a dare from a friend of mine who's blind. She goes, I bet you wouldn't do it. And
Just because she said that, she didn't even bet anything.
actually, she bet me a blowjob, and that was my Christmas gift.
Oh my god.
Yeah, she's like, she goes, you're not gonna get a Christmas gift if you don't. And she goes, you don't have the balls to put that type of stuff up. You're not gonna ever make that type of content. It's like, really? You forget. You almost got kicked out of school for the blind for watching porn on state-run computers through the visually impaired when we're learning how to use them.
I didn't even know they made keyboards for the blind.
Yeah, it's basically Braille, and they also have speech. I can text to speech. So if you hit a key, the keyboard is here. A, B. This is Twitter. You hit the button.
Gotcha.
Put this is the edit box. What is your tweet? And normally after 4 times, you have exceeded the amount of characters you can use.
Oh my god. Okay, so it actively reads it out.
Yeah, it would tell me everything that I'm using on the computer. And my whole thing is like, my goal is to, thank an industry that's taught me the most valuable lesson I've ever had. Porn taught me that you don't need set to have a vision, and the only limit you have is the limit you put upon yourself.
Yes.
And throughout the last couple of years, since I was told by the School for the Blind that doing podcasts and making content was not a real career path.
Yeah, that's what all those, what do you call them, boomers? Do we call them boomers?
Yeah.
The boomers want to say that, but you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, so,
And there's so many people that want to help you be more successful too as well, and like make things more accessible and make just like life better for you. So that's really great. It's like that even though, because it's, for me, it's like, I was like, this is crazy, like you watch porn but you're blind? And I was like, but you can listen to it.
Yeah,
so
basically,
I honestly like thought about that.
Yeah,
And I was like, I should create a website that caters to blind people.
Yeah,
That's strictly auditory, like that would be so immersive for someone like that. So you've inspired me to like create like new stuff because of that.
Oh yeah, I have like 3 questions left. How's your golf game going? I actually watched the video of you playing golf on Twitter.
Really? At Topgolf?
Yeah.
I'm not good.
Like I said, I was like, this is cool, and
Well, like hitting it, like I can hit it with like a driver. I don't know what they're called, like whatever the numbers are at Topgolf, but there's no way I could get through was it 18-hole course? No
Yeah.
way. It'd be in the bushes. I'd be in the bushes the whole time. At Topgolf, you just throw it out there and a new one gets sent to you.
Yeah,
So
that's right. Like I said, I saw it on Twitter and I was like, oh, this is cool. Because I have friends.
Sporty Spice.
But do you have any new projects, on the horizon for 2023?
I don't know. My contract with my agency is up in a couple weeks, so we'll see. I don't know what I'm gonna do at all. I'm still gonna do porn, but
Yeah, I
we'll
know.
see.
Do you ever see yourself crossing over?
Into mainstream?
Yeah.
I don't know. They're so PC over there. Like,
Yeah,
what
it's
the
true.
fuck?
Yeah, I mean.
I don't care. Like, I'm used to walking around naked and like just flirting and just being like so like open and like, oh fuck you, bitch. You know, like, but I'm not saying fuck you, bitch, right? I'm like, oh, like, and just people just don't understand that. But like people in porn were very open and very like understanding for the most part. Where I don't think mainstream people are. I feel like they're really like.
Yeah, like I said, I get it from whenever because if you ever see an excellent Ron movie reviewed on a mainstream comic book website, that's usually me, and I normally from the people running the sites, there's like, edit this, or you can have it up for a day and then we're gonna have to take it off, or can you please stop talking about this stuff? We don't care. I'm just like, fuck you.
You're like, just let me write.
I'm like, let me do my I'm like,
Let me write about the spider.
No,
About
I'm
the spider
saying-
people.
I was just like, at one point, they're just like, yeah, it's like, can you stop it? I think the one thing from the corporate office I got one time was, can you stop it with your bromance with Axel Braun in these movies?
Oh my god, really?
And I was like, look at his movies and look at the crap that's coming out from mainstream Hollywood.
Wow.
And I'm like, and then what I love about Axel stuff is there's a version with the sex.
Yeah.
And the version without the sex. Like, I take the DVD part, or I go and I look online for the little clips. I'm like, here's a clip of the non-sex stuff.
Gotcha.
And 9 times out of 10, it's just like, this is awesome, this is amazing. I'm like, yeah, I told you.
Yeah, and I had to redo the voiceover because it wasn't a voiceover at first because you couldn't hear me in the mask. So all the lines when I have the mask on were voiced over.
Oh, wow.
Through like I had to do it on like my literal iPhone and send them to him, and I had to match it up with exactly how I was saying it. So I put my headphones in and I would play the video and I would say it as I was doing it and say it into my other phone into an audio message so I could send it to him because I didn't have like a recording studio and I couldn't get like the right tempo without listening to it in my ears. It was really weird.
Oh, wow.
But I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah, of course. It actually was one of my favorite porn movies of the year.
Good.
Overall. And it's nice to, watch my friends at work, you and Seth Gamble, who's one of my mentors.
Love him.
And of course, getting to see Kenzie revisit another role that got me fired from a job I didn't even want.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Captain Marvel XXX, when I reviewed it, they're like, here's your pink slip. And I was like, thank you. I'm free. And that's when I found a place that allows me to use their company Twitch to do my podcast. So. But I really want to thank you. I want to thank you for 2022, as I told you back at Exotica, was not a fun year for me, health-wise. And one of the things when I was really super depressed, waiting for some blood test to come back, was the infamous Now We Drink episode where I was like,
that was crazy. I was so high at the beginning of that, Adam. I was saying too much stuff.
I was like, wait a minute.
I was saying too much
I was
stuff.
like, you really went into your life, and
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute. And then of course, Matt is being Matt.
Drunk. He drank half of that.
Wait, I was gonna say, I want to know. That's what I want to know. Because I've only known him by reputation. We've emailed once or twice to try to pluck each other.
Yeah.
How much of that bottle was gone by the end of the
He literally
episode?
drank. I think he was drinking like Elijah Craig or something. Like he drank half of the bottle. And I was like, "Are you good?" And he's like, "I'll walk it out there." And I was like, "It's okay. Like it's fine."
Because there's one point towards
Holy
like
fuck.
Yeah, it's like towards the end of the event, you just like hear him slur. I heard this was his vintage typical man.
I know, I need to buy him some new headphones. I should have bought him some new headphones for Christmas.
Yeah, I like
I
him.
hate
He's
the
awesome.
ones that he has. He knows I don't like them, but
But he's awesome. I listen to him just to figure out what I need to do to improve my own show.
yeah, he's a great guy. And he's got a lot of like really good moments out of a lot of my friends on there. And I think that he's such an awesome guy. So
Yeah, he is amazing. And like I said, I want to thank you for everything. And this has been the highlight of my AVN so far.
perfect. I love to hear that.
This has been Blind Adam. This is Awesome Sauce Radio live from AVN 2023 at the Resort Casino. Oh, wait, I have one last question.
Yes.
If you can have one awesome, amazing meal cooked for you, what would it be?
I don't know. Probably like a really good cacio e pepe.
Cacio e pepe.
Yeah.
Something tells me that that's going to take a while to learn what in
No,
the
you can
dish.
probably make it in like 10 minutes. You can make like fresh pasta real quick.
Oh, okay.
Or like a bucatini. So I don't know how you make bucatini, but
Like I said, I'm actually good at learning how to cook again, so I can eventually remove.
start learning some cacio e pepe.
All right, and like I said, if you're at Exotic New Jersey next year, I will get myself a room at the Extended Stay America because they got the stovetop and all that.
Gotcha.
And that will inspire me to learn how to cook that much faster.
Yeah, it won't be hard. You'll
I
get
know, but like I said, I'm good at the basics, and I'm having a little bit of frustrating really learning how to cook now since almost all my site is gone now.
Oh, really?
So I get frustrated a little easier with it. So every now and then it's just like I need something to shoot for. I need to go. So I've been talking to all my porn star friends, and I was like, if you could have something cooked for you, what would it be that I can learn? And then I just fantasize about that. And I'm like, okay, that helps me learn a little quicker. So my teacher was just like, man, you're picking up the skills quicker. What's your secret? And I'm like, that's my little secret. Just don't ask.
Yeah,
I don't
whiz
need to
in
be
the
judged.
kitchen in no time.
Yeah, but as always, I thank you so much for everything. Where can my audience find you online?
You can follow me on Twitter at BLKBLSSM. I am shadow banned, so you're gonna have to type it in exactly. If you want
that
to follow
explains a
me, I know, right? If you want to follow me on my OnlyFans for my own personal content that I produce and create myself, you can go to eatblake.com, and I also have a free page, blakefree.com. So, yeah, I also have a ManyVid store, blakeblossomshop.com. Just a lot of domains. I own a lot of domains, Adam.
Nice. I guess us in the industry, we just collect domains.
I know, right?
I
Thank you so much for the interview.
Thank you so much.
I know. Thank you.
And if I can just have permission to give you a hug.
Oh, sure.
All right. Do you need a hug?
These chairs, like, they don't sit back. Perfect.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And I meant that. Thank you very much for everything.
Of course. Well, I need to get you those prints tomorrow.